following program does not necessarily reflect the views, opinions, or policies of the City of Oceanside, its elected officials, KOCT, its board of directors, or staff.
Welcome to Oceanside Spectrum. I'm your host, Elaine Swan, and we have a great lineup of guests who are going to take us through our show. The Encouragement Center is back, and they're here to tell us about their Working Poor program. The Women's Ministry Connection will be here to talk about their organization and the mentoring program they offer. The Oceanside Charitable Foundation is here to speak about their grant program and how you can become involved. KPQE, a newscast produced by Palmquist Elementary School, will be here joining us right in our studio. And the North County LGBTQ Resource Center is here to talk about their upcoming events. So take a moment and get caught up what's happening in North County, because Oceanside Spectrum starts now. Hi, well, our very first guest for the day is from the Encouragement Center. We have the founder, one of the co-founders, Tina Marino, and also CC Stone. Welcome to the show, ladies. Glad to have you here today. Welcome back. Glad to have you. And you brought a friend with you. Yes.
A trusty sidekick.
Yay. Well, that's a good thing. And the great thing about bringing friends on board is that you get to expand and do new things and reach more people here in our community. So tell me about what you, first of all, tell us about the Encouragement Center first, just so people can have an understanding of what you do for people here in our community.
Well, the Encouragement was founded 21 years ago, and it started out just taking sack lunches and clothing and toiletries out to the homeless. And then pretty soon, over a couple of years, we would be out on the streets, stopping the car and feeding the homeless. And people that had a roof over their head would come out and say, "Can you help us too?" And so Cece and I started bringing groceries and diapers and things to them, and they had a roof over their head but not enough money to make it through the end of the month.
Right.
So we added that program to us. So the bulk of our program is two-pronged, is that we still feed the homeless, and provide for them, and then we also help the working poor.
Which is a unique position for many people here in our community. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah, so tell me, help others understand exactly what you mean by working poor, because it almost sounds like an oxymoron, but it's something that's very, very prevalent in many individuals' lives.
Well, and especially here in Southern California, where the cost of living is so much. But working poor is mainly described as those who do have a roof over their head. They're not homeless, but they may run out of money before the end of the month. A lot of times it's shared housing with a couple of single moms or roommate situation, and they're just barely scraping by. And so we provide them with groceries. We used to do groceries more often, but now we give them a grocery card and let them have the dignity of shopping for the kind of food that they want. We also give them gas cards. And if we can, we help with prescription coverage or rent. If we have the resources, we help them with rent too. But yeah, they just they're in a bind. If their car breaks down for a few days, they can't go to work. They've lost that pay, and then they're not able to make it. And they just need that hand up.
Need an extra hand. Cece, how do you identify individuals? How do you even reach them? Or do they find you? Do you find them? How do you all connect with these individuals?
Well, a lot of times they do. They call the Encouragement Center. They're given, Tina takes the calls usually, and she, the different resources refer them to her. So that's how a lot of them get in touch with the Encouragement Center.
And so do you find people, once you help them, do you find sometimes they come back, or do they refer other individuals?
They always come back.
Really?
They always come back, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
A lot of them are just one paycheck away from being homeless.
And it doesn't take much. So just anything can happen.
Right.
Yeah. And so for individuals, of course, you need help to try to keep this going. So what can our community do to help you all?
Well, one of the things we have a realtor friend of mine who every year she hosts a party at Christmas time for her clients, her neighbors. It's like an open house.
Yes.
And she asks them to bring a gift card, a check, cash, or non-perishable groceries.
Right.
And then she gives them to us, and then we disperse them to other people.
Oh, that's good.
I think one of the main things that's really important for people to know is that everyone helps at Thanksgiving and Christmas, but these people need help all year round.
That's true. That's so true.
Right.
Because everyone's willing to help at Christmas.
Yeah.
But then, through the rest of the year, it's kind of threadbare for them.
Yeah. So if people want to help, what can they do? How can they reach you all?
They can call us. They can go to our website, theencouragementcenter.org. They can host their own food drives. They can have a gift card contest and raise gift cards. They could also help us with our sack lunch and toiletry making parties. We do those every quarter, and we make up a couple thousand bags to hand out to the homeless, but also to the working poor.
Which is great. And you left some here, and we were able to take those bags and hand over to people. That felt really good. We kept them in our trunk so that we could just hand them out. So thank you so much for that. Well, ladies, you all are doing a fantastic job, definitely serving a specific need in our community. And so we just want to say thank you so much for coming on and sharing.
Thank you for having us. I really appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you again soon. Okay, great. All right, well, thank you. We're going to take a really quick break, and then we will be right back.
If back pain is keeping you from doing what you love, we want you to know about the Mazor Robotics Renaissance System, an innovation in spine surgery first offered in San Diego at Tri-City Medical Center. Meet Dr. Payam Moazes. Dr. Moazes is among the most experienced surgeons using the Mazor Robotics Renaissance Guidance System. This system is 99% accurate, requires a shorter hospital stay, is safer and less invasive. Recover faster. Get back to doing what you love. Tri-City Medical Center. Advanced healthcare for you.
Hi, welcome back. We're here with our next two guests from our show. They're both from the Women's Ministry Connection. We have Margie Hill and Alyssa Smith. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. Yes. Alyssa, I can't wait to hear your story. So I know you're going to talk to us in just a moment, but before we even begin, let's find out just a little bit about the Women's Ministry Connection, kind of what you do and how you help others.
Well, we connect women leaders in ministry who are serving on the front lines. Leadership can be a lonely and very demanding place, and often for women leaders, there's not much available.
That's true.
Not a place for them to go, an environment where they can grow and glean and learn and continue to be passionate about ministries. The ministry provides environments, Bible studies, conferences, and trainings. And a big part of what we do is to bless younger women and to help develop young women into leadership roles to impact their communities and the world as well.
So Alyssa, you are a former mentee of the program, yes. So tell me about your experience and how it's helped you.
Oh yeah, it's been phenomenal to meet alongside Margie. In fact, Margie offered to meet with me one-on-one and to disciple me and to just bring me along. And Margie has a wonderful command of the scriptures. And so I just really admire that about her. And she would take me through specific things that I was going through in my life. I could share with her transparently and openly. And she would take me through and show me just parallels in the word. And it was very encouraging and exhorting to me personally. A lot of growth has come from that.
Really, really. And so this is women from various ministries here within our community?
Churches, well, actually throughout North County, but the ministry reaches nationally around the United States.
That's amazing.
Through conferences, retreats, and Bible studies and other forms of encouraging women.
And so if women want to get involved, how do they get involved?
The best place to do that is at our website, womensministryconnection.com. They can find all the information there, calendar, what's available, and when things are coming up. So they can join us.
Oh, that's good. So you have, for example, maybe pastors' wives and...
We have pastors' wives. We have Alyssa herself is with Safe Families, which is a parachurch organization. We have Pregnancy Resource Center, women leaders throughout ministry, whether it be church or parachurch organizations.
Very good. That's awesome, because just within, I understand exactly what you're saying, because within the local church that I attend, as one of the leaders, it can get, you know, you need someone else that, like you said, that you can kind of glean from and get refreshing.
based on Hebrews 10:23-25, which says the way that we continue to persevere and the way that we hold on to our faith is by not neglecting the assembling of ourselves together.
Amen.
But by getting together to stir one another to love and good works. And that's really what we do. And to be an encouragement as the day approaches before Christ's return, that we can maintain that joy and persevere despite the challenges and the circumstances.
Very good. And so for individuals who are here in our local area, they can visit your website and get connected.
We would love that. We invite all women to come.
And so what was one of kind of your most memorable experiences, Alyssa, do you think you have?
Well, I'm in a Master Life program right now at North Coast Calvary Chapel, and I think one of the best things that I'm gaining from that, Margie leads that group of women, and the relationships that have come from that. She's been talking about how essential it is to be in community, and so the relationships with other women that are in a similar place in life or not, really intergenerational ministry is going on where we're all at different places, but gaining so much from walking life, doing life together, praying for one another, growing. That's been, I think, the thing that is the best to take away. Yeah.
Wow, she couldn't have said it any better.
I know, and the older, younger woman dynamic, the Titus 2, 3 to 5 design is really a big part of what I champion in the ministry. These young women are so passionate, and I love being around them. It makes you feel so much younger.
Yes.
But then we have wisdom to impart to them. So it's a mutual benefit to all of us. And I have loved watching Alyssa grow. And I know that God is going to use her to do great things.
Amen, amen. Well, thank you ladies so much for coming and sharing.
you for
And we'll make sure we
having
visit
us.
your website so we can learn more. For those of you women who are in leadership, in ministry, and you're looking for just a place to connect and learn and grow, make sure you visit their website. We're going to take a break and we will be right back.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
Hi, welcome back. We are here with the current president and also the past president of the Oceanside Charitable Foundation. We have Vince Alessi and also Beverly Holtz. Welcome to the show. Welcome back, Beverly.
Thank you.
And welcome, Vince,
Thank you.
our new chair. Yes?
Yeah,
All
thanks.
right. Well, welcome. We're so glad to have you here. For those who are not aware of the Oceanside Charitable Foundation and what you do, first tell us about the organization itself.
Yeah, sure, thanks. So the Oceanside Charitable Foundation is an organization that's for Oceanside by Oceanside. And what we do is we raise money here locally through pooled philanthropy, and we grant it out to Oceanside nonprofit organizations.
Oh, very good, very good. And the Charitable Foundation, of course, has been around for a long time and has helped a lot of different organizations, yes?
10 years.
10 years, which is
Yes.
so great. And so this year, what are you all kind of looking forward to doing this year?
Yeah, so we're going to be celebrating our 10th year in existence this May.
Yay!
Which is super exciting. We're going to be celebrating having endowed over $400,000 to Oceanside in perpetuity.
Wow.
We've granted out over $440,000 to 28 Oceanside charities.
Wow.
And we focused in areas in the past on things like hunger and homelessness, youth at risk. And so we're very excited to be able to continue to impact Oceanside in a positive way.
Well, that's good. And then the thing is, what that's so great is you get, many of you don't, you know, you collect money to give money. And it's all tax deductible, yes?
It is, absolutely. We actually, our members donate,
Oh.
and that money is tax deductible. And then we have a grants committee that we have a decision each year, a different subject that we pick to donate to, like he was saying, homelessness and things like that. We've in the past donated money to arts and culture, civic society, the environment, health and human services, science and technology, And there's been a couple occasions where some of those charitable foundations have actually received money from us more than 1 year.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's really good.
And we're excited this year. We're having a special event on May 9th at the Oceanside Museum of Art.
Okay. And so what event's going to what's going to take place at the Oceanside Museum of Art?
Go ahead.
This is where we're actually going to be grant making. So during the year when we raise this money, nonprofits that operate in our area of focus can apply to receive a grant.
Okay.
And then our grants committee goes and they kick the tires, so to speak. They make sure that the nonprofits are doing what the applications say they're doing.
Okay.
And so, for example, we don't grant to pay for overhead for a charity.
Oh, I see.
And so once we go through the applications and we come up with what we feel are the best ones, our membership then they vote on which charities they want to see get the money.
Okay.
And so this grant celebration coming up in May is to actually reveal which charities are going to be receiving the money from us this year.
Very good. So folks have already applied and okay, well that's great. That's great. And of course, speaking of members, that's one of the things that you definitely want to do is you have a desire to grow your membership. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so something I'd like to mention is we have a really unique opportunity in that a gentleman by the name of Matt McLaughlin left a legacy of about $10 million to the San Diego Foundation, which we're an affiliate of.
Okay.
And the San Diego Foundation helps give us back office support.
Yes.
So we don't have to actually pay for any overhead in the Oceanside Foundation. We're all ran by volunteerism. And with the Matt McLaughlin Fund, dollars that are donated by new members are matched. So the impact is nearly doubled that we can have on Oceanside.
That's great.
It's really
awesome.
exciting, yeah.
So if people are interested in getting involved in becoming a member, how do they get in contact with you?
Well, we have a website that they can come visit
All
and
right.
see. It tells what we're doing and what we've been doing.
Yes.
And then there's a phone number, and it should be on the screen,
Right.
that you can call and get some additional information.
Oh, very good.
And we're happy to come meet with you and explain what's happening. And why we do what we do, and the fact that we're so excited about what we do.
Oh, very good. Outstanding. Well, this is great, incredible. Thank you so much for coming and sharing. We certainly appreciate it. And we'll make sure that we let folks know if you're interested in being a member of the Oceanside Charitable Foundation, just make sure you visit the website and take a look at what they're doing and how they're impacting other nonprofits right here in our city. We'll be right back.
Use motor oil or cocktail of toxins. Dispose carefully, you got lots of options. Never the trash, the drain, or the ground. That's insane and it ain't safe and sound. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city. Oceanside is a zero waste city.
Recycle used oil and filters at certified collection points in Oceanside. For locations, see greenoceanside.org.
Hi, welcome back. Well, I am so excited to welcome our next two guests from the show because they understand exactly what it means to be in this seat right here. We have a student from Palmquist Elementary and also the multimedia and math and science teacher, Doug Simmons, and also Marley Wadlington. Did I say that correctly?
Yes.
Yes, that's the thing that we're supposed to do, right, Marley? Very good. Well, welcome to the show. Glad to have you both here.
Thank you.
Doug, thank you so much for coming and being here on this show today. I certainly appreciate it. The multimedia program, the name of the station that's at Palmquist Elementary, how did this even get started at Palmquist?
From a previous school I had worked at, that we had a news broadcast that we actually did closed circuit TV at the school, and I moved to this new school, Palmquist Elementary School, and we enjoyed hearing the announcements over the loudspeaker, but sometimes they weren't clear enough and weren't providing us with enough visual stimulation.
Sure.
So I said, well, I think we need to put a news program together. And so I started talking to my administration and other teachers. Got some great ideas, and we were able to buy a small Sony Handycam camera, put it on a tripod. We used a green screen to put an image behind us, and we put all the program together through iMovie on an Apple computer.
Wow. Oh my goodness. And so how did you get involved with this, Marley? What made you say, okay, I think I'll raise my hand and get involved?
Well, it all started in a journalism media class that he was performing. We do a thing called prep, which is like a little class in between for about 45 minutes that we switched to a different class. So it all started with like we would have it, and he said, well, possibly a few people out of this class might be able to have a chance on the KPQB Morning News. And we volunteered. We did a little essay about why we think this would be good, and I just happened to be one of the ones picked, and it's really fun.
Oh, very good. So you have to be selected to get into the class, is that correct?
That is correct. They have to fill out an online application for myself that they would fill out with telling me why they think they'd make a good fit for the part. I have everything from news anchors to editors to camera people, and I have my own director, so she has to make all the choices for me, and my editor and my director. So.
Oh, really? Oh, see, that's good, because this is how you kind of weed it out and figure out, whether or not this is something the kids want to do, or if they just want to kind of fool around.
Yes, it's very, very much student directed, and that's how the program is ran. So they make the decisions, they decide what they would like to do.
So, Marley, you're an anchor for the program, is that correct?
Yeah.
How long have you been an anchor?
We started around, I'd say, early October, and then so the rest has just been, I remember like being like so nervous, and then it's just like an everyday thing now that I just come in, do, and then it's basically done, and we just start editing, and it's really fun, and I like it.
Oh, that's really good. So with that being said, what's the future of the program at the school? I know it's challenging sometimes.
It's challenging. We start at about 7:45, and we have it on our website by 8:20 every single morning.
Wow.
So it's quite the procedure of doing that. I just like to grow with what the children's ideas are. They want to put some interviews in there, go to locations around the school to do a live broadcast. We've done that a few times, and it's just giving the students the ideas of how we should probably go, and it's up to them how they want to proceed.
So, which is good. So do you think, can you imagine yourself maybe at some of the sporting events and interviewing, athletes, or some of the plays, the actors and things like that?
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty fun thing to do. Yeah, I like it a lot, what I do now, so yeah.
Well, that's good. And so have you tried other positions, or you've just strictly been the anchor?
Well, so far what we do is like if someone's absent, and then we have an alternate. So other than that, it's like if sometimes the alternate's not there, so we all like raise our hand and volunteer. So sometimes I'm the camera person when I'm not being the anchor, so sometimes it switches off, and I do like being the camera person. It's really fun too. So.
Well, I'm so glad you started this at the school. Do you see the results, the fruit of your labor coming together?
I really see that. I see that a lot of the students at our school see people like Marley, and they're the rock stars of the school. And they get recognized, and I'll bring kids in to see the behind-the-scenes version of it. It looks very different as you come onto some studio sets, you look around, like, okay, there's other things going on besides what the camera sees, and it's really exciting for the kids to see that.
Well, this is a good thing. Well, thank you so much for what you started at Palmquist, and I have a feeling the other schools are going to start to look at your model and see what you're doing. So thank you, and thank you, Marley. We certainly appreciate you being on the show today.
Thank you.
We'll see you again soon. We'll be right back.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hi, welcome back. Well, we are here with our final guest of our show today, Max Disposti, and he is the founder of the Resource Center that serves our LGBTQ community right here in the city of Oceanside. I'm so glad you're back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me again.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so
and
much.
you do so much, and you all are so involved, and it seems like anytime I go to something, as a matter of fact, I was just at an event recently for Martin Luther King breakfast celebration.
Yes,
and I don't know if you were there, but they sure called your organization. And
I was there. Yes,
okay.
I try not to miss anything if I can.
Especially if there's food involved, right?
Yes, don't let me start it. Yes.
Well, welcome back to the
Thank
show.
you.
I'm so
Thanks
glad
for
to have you. First of all, for individuals who are not quite sure about your Resource Center and what you do and how you serve individuals here in our community, tell us about your organization.
Sure. So we are a nonprofit organization that started 10 years ago. In 2008, and we opened our center in 2011 here in Oceanside. And what do? We provide resources and services for LGBT individuals and their families and friends.
Okay.
What that means is, like, for instance, we provide mental health, some clinical support, and then we do have support groups at the center. We do advocacy, patient advocacy. We work with school districts. We just we just finished the LGBT competency training for the police department and the sheriff department here in Oceanside and the county.
Yeah. Wait, you said super groups. What is a super group?
No, support groups.
Oh, support.
Well, some are super.
They're super, but support groups.
Support groups.
Okay.
Pretty much it's a format where people, the youngest or the oldest, come together in different groups, age appropriate, where they talk about their challenges. They could be of anything. I mean, really, we're still having a lot of trouble with acceptance. And sometimes parents that want to help their children and their young adults, kids, don't know what to do. So they come to us and we just take their hands and we go with a journey of affirmation and empowerment for LGBT people.
So how did it come about that you were able to work and train with the Sheriff's Department and the Police Department? I think that's incredible.
We set up an LGBT competency training, certified competency training at the center. And at the beginning was an effort to reach out to school because, to different schools, because we had a lot of, as you know, our population is highly affected by drop out of schools and suicide rates that are pretty high. So we reached out to our school districts. The Oceanside School District was first. Just to provide a program that was culturally competent for our educators and administrators. We became more competent ourselves in reaching out to mental health providers. So we reach out to clinics, hospitals, and we made a name for ourselves. A lot of nonprofit organizations and government institutions recognized our work. And we approached the Oceanside Police Department. That was a year and a half ago. We just finished the training with the Carlsbad Police Department. And then we work with the advisory committee for the Sheriff's Department, and so that was an opportunity for us to do some work here in North San Diego County.
Wow, so you're really helping not just the community itself, but the community at large. And I think that, of course, is your mission.
Absolutely, absolutely, because we believe we can't do everything in our own, and we need the support of the community, especially when you have families that are still struggling with the acceptance of their own kids. The statistics are still pretty tragic when it comes to rejections of kids that are LGBT, and sometimes these kids happen to be on the streets.
How can the community help your organization?
Sometimes it's just as simple as loving your own kids for who they are, and reach out for support if you have any challenges in understanding what sexual orientation or gender identity it's all about. And just make an effort to be educated and informed. And without any fears and supporting your own kids, you'll see that they can thrive. There's nothing that can stop them.
Families can go to your website and get
Absolutely. Our website is also for family, for youth, for different age age groups as well and
Perfect.
demographics.
And you have a physical center right here in the
We
city
do,
too?
in Mission Avenue, Mission Street, 3220.
All right.
In Mission Street, suite number 2. We're just under the apartments of La Mission.
Yes.
So we serve a little bit of that community as well.
Oh,
so everyone is welcome. You don't have to be LGBT to volunteer or to
Sure.
come at the center just to see what's going on.
Oh, very good. Well, thank you so much. It's
Thank
always
you.
so good to see you. Thank you
Same
so
here.
much. I certainly appreciate it. And you come
Thank
back again and let us know what you got going on.
I will
okay?
do that.
Absolutely.
Thank
Very
you.
good. All right, well, folks, that is it. That's our show for today. Thank you so much for watching us right here on Oceanside Spectrum. I am your host, Elaine Swan, and we'll see you next time.